Bonjour tout monde and welcome to Musingsofafox. For this video I am bringing you a double header. The first half of this video will be a first impressions of the new Fenty Skin line from Rihanna's Fenty Beauty, and the second half will be a week-long check-in, because when it comes to skincare stuff I don't feel that a first impressions, first use review is accurate to what your experience will be going on with the product. I also have a skin condition called dermatographia, which means that my skin is hypersensitive and has an overproduction of histamine when faced with abrasive products. So rubbing my eyes can cause my eyes to be very red, rubbing my face, just putting on moisturizer can cause my cheeks to flush. So I think it's really important with these kind of products to test them out over at least a week before I share with you guys my opinion on the products. So this first half I will be unboxing my box right here, and I will be smelling the things, feeling the textures, and letting you know and showing you my first use on camera. And then over the next week I will be doing daily or every 2-day check-ins to let you know how my skin is handling it, how my skin feels. Before we get in the process, I want to kind of give you a breakdown of what my skin is like, because I think it's really important to know someone's skin, what they've been using before they try new products. So I have what I always thought was oily skin, and that's because I have a very oily chin and a very oily nose, and I'm a very sweaty person, and so somehow I thought that that made me oily. Turns out I actually have very dry skin. My cheeks and my forehead are very dry, so I guess you could kind of call it combination, but I do treat my skin as if I have dry and just use a lot of salicylic acid and acne specific things for my acne zones, which is mostly my chin and my nose. I have done more intense acne care regimens. I do have a video when I use Smackney, because I used to have really horrible breakouts on my chin, and Smackney really changed my skin to the point that it's so good that even once I stopped Smackney, I did not get the same breakouts in the same places all over again. My skin stayed good and clear, which was fantastic. I still do have some in my cabinet, so when my skin does get bad breakouts, I can treat that and then my breakouts go away overnight. But for general skincare lately, I have actually invested in a luxury all-natural brand. I haven't made a video on that skincare line because it is very expensive, and I don't feel it's fair to put videos out there about extremely expensive skincare in the middle of this pandemic. I think that's really kind of just tone deaf. So if you have questions about that skincare line, I have been using May Lindstrom. If you have questions, you can ask them down in the comments below, but I just don't feel like it's appropriate to discuss a luxury line currently, which is why I am excited about the Fenty stuff, because it is, to me, affordable. $20 for an item is a lot better than $70 to $180. Yeah. So I've been using this all-natural skincare line. I did take a break for a week because I wanted my skin to kind of go to its natural state before I did this review. I don't really feel like it's fair to do a skincare review if I've been having a luxury skincare experience and having this like perfectly clear skin and then going, oh yeah, now I'm gonna try this Fenty stuff. What does that even mean to someone who hasn't been doing the same regimen I've been doing? So I let my skin do what it wants to do. It's been hot, it's been sweaty, I have had pimples and breakouts, so I'm really hoping that Fenty will help fix my face. You can see that my forehead is fairly clear. I do have some texture, which is usually helped by toners and cleansers that are a bit abrasive. We'll see if fat water can help with texture. I do have a little texture and maybe some minor breakouts here and along my chin and jaw. My cheeks are pretty clear and my nose has been pretty great lately, so that is just a where my skin is before we even try anything. I am so excited and so ready to get into this box. So let's dive in. I was able to get all of these, a bundle of the 3 full size for $75, where I think if you bought these individually, they'd be in the $80 to $90 range for all 3 together. This one's the most expensive in the $30 range. The rest of these are pretty good for their product type and size. So my hair is now backing up because after I show you the product, I am going to go well, I'm gonna use it. So we don't want to get the product in the hair. So first up will be the Fenty Skin Total Cleanser. It is still sealed. I do not know what it smells like. It says hyper clean, soft skin without stripping or drying, daily cleanser and makeup remover in one. If the weather permits me to put on some makeup this week, I will show you guys how it works as a makeup remover. I always do believe in cleansing your skin after makeup. Makeup wipes and even micellar water are not enough to like cleanse your skin after makeup. You need to actually use a cleanser. So I'll be excited to see if this can remove makeup and truly cleanse altogether. So I thought this was gonna be like a twist off top, but Rihanna has thought this through because it is really irritating to have to like take off your top and then put it somewhere to do that, then wash your hands and put the lid back on. So what they've done is this is actually a twist top, so it will squeeze from here. So let's see, I don't know how much to use. Let's see if it, make sure I show you guys. Ooh, oh, it's pink, it's rose gold, of course it is. It's so cute. All right, got straight on my nose. It smells, so it is lightly fragranced. I want to call it like a vanilla mango kind of scent. It's almost like a creamsicle scent, but it's like not orange and cream, it's like mango and cream, or like almost like a peach and cream. Let me see what the ingredients are. Yeah, it smells like an adult version of peaches and cream. Oh, it smells really great. I'm totally okay with smelling like that. Do you want my skin to be wet before I do this? Use wet skin, work into a lather, and rinse. We didn't wet our skin before, so hold on, let me go wet my skin. Okay, so we have wet skin and a lather created. I'm just gonna put this on. Oh, it smells so lovely. Oh, okay. Feels very soft. Just feels like a very, like your usual cleanser. Doesn't feel different necessarily on the skin. Get all my problem areas. And don't forget to take whatever you're doing, like with makeup, cleanser, skincare, down your neck. So hot. This feels fantastic. Alright, so I want to do a check-in. My skin is not immediately reacting, which is a great sign, because if I was going to have an allergic reaction, we would see it almost instantaneously. Anyone who has seen me apply moisturizer knows that my skin immediately reacts if it doesn't entirely love a product, and I am not having any redness. It feels really lovely. It just smells so good. Alrighty, gotta go rinse off, come back, we'll do a touch test. Okay, back from the rinse. I will say that at first my skin, it's having that kind of skidding feeling after you use a, at least mildly astringent cleaner. Is there sulfate, sodium lauryl sulfate? Sodium cocoa glycinate. Okay, so it doesn't have the sodium laurels that we're always avoiding for our hair when we have colored hair, but it definitely has a, you know, it's a soap, so it's going to take off your surface oils, so it's a little skiddy, which is not exactly how I love my face after a cleanser, but we are about to put a bunch of things on it, so I'm not going to say, oh, my skin feels awful after just one product, but it definitely is going to need the moisturizer. My skin feels a bit thirsty, but again, I have dry skin, so that's to be expected. It just says it's not drying, and I'm just kind of like, any soap is going to be a bit dry unless it's specifically made for dry skin. But that's just a heads up, that's not a giant critique. So next we have the Fat Water, which I am so excited about because it is so pretty. I don't know if you can tell, but I have an obsession with rose gold. I usually have a rose gold watch and rose gold rings, but I'm a sucker for this color. I also want to comment that I really like the packaging because this line is supposed to be gender neutral, and I think the gray and the rose gold are really beautiful. My husband also has a rose gold ring, so I don't feel like rose goldy colored liquids are not for men or not for masculine types. So I think it's a really great compromise to attract those who are used to skincare marketing and also those who are not, maybe not have been targeted for skincare before, in a more aesthetically pleasing manner. So let's get into Fat Water. So Fat Water is supposed to instantly refine the look of pores, reduce the look of dark spots, even skin tone, and fight shine without stripping the skin. The other cool thing about this toner is that it's supposed to be really thick, and so you shouldn't need a cotton pad, which is great because I am very anti-disposable items for skincare. I have a whole video on middies, which is what I usually use for my typical toners. I just want to get out of using disposable one-time use things, especially if I'm going to use them every day, if not multiple times a day in my life. That is way too much waste for me. So I'm excited to be able to put on this toner just with my own hands. So let's see, it says directions: use day and night on clean skin, apply over face with fingers for external use only. What are you trying to tone internally? Alrighty, so Fat Water it is. Are you another wild application? Because you have it. It is! Okay! It's another thing that comes from the top, which is really great because you can do that one-handed and not have to, again, lose the cap, have the cap drop, and get covered, in my case, with cat hair. So I really appreciate this little twist top situation. Alrighty, in view. Oop, bubbles. Ooh, it is viscous for sure. Don't know how much to use. I might be over applying a bit at first. Wipe off the top, and it has that same. Okay, so it does run, so it is runny, so that is something to be aware of. But yeah, it definitely has a more like serum oil kind of feel. It has the same scent, maybe a little higher on the vanilla based side of things, which is great because I love warm scents. I am not into florals. Florals make me wheeze. This definitely feels like rubbing in a serum more than like the typical toner. I'm used to toners being a little more kind of alcohol-y based, so this feels really interesting. It feels really cooling. It feels, I mean, I'm also someone who doesn't like the feeling of things on their hands, so I'm definitely gonna have to wash my hands after this because I don't like the feeling on my hands. It feels gently greasy, but it feels really nice on my face. It feels like a gentle hydration. Kind of feel like the hydration you get from like a water moisturizer. Oh, it's tacky. Interesting. I expect it to be tacky, but okay. It feels like a face primer. It's so tacky. But again, we are having no irritation, which is fantastic. Anything right here is mostly from the heat, but I don't have any reactions on my neck, my face, or my forehead, so very, very excited about that, because if this was gonna go wrong, you would know. Alrighty. Okay, I need to wash my hands because I cannot handle the tacky sticky on my hands. I do want to say that as someone who is asthmatic and very sensitive to scents, these two products have left a very gentle scent on my face, but not a scent that is constantly in my nose. It is not nose blinding me to everything else because all I can smell is like the warm scent of this. So it's really nice. There's like, maybe if I do like a quick head turn, I might be able to catch like a glimpse of the scent, but it is not like up in my nose, and that's really appreciated because I don't know if any of you have scent allergies, but when I have a scent that is just like really in my face, I get kind of psychosomatically nervous that I'm going to start wheezing from it. So when something is lovely scented, something that's a scent I really enjoy, but it's not overpowering, that's just perfect. That's exactly what I want. We'll see if the moisturizer agrees with that. So this is the Fenty Skin Hydra Visor. This is the most expensive out of the group. It says light as air, hydration, invisible sun protection. Very excited for that. Defends and brightens skin while reducing the look of pores, and it's oil free. And I am very obsessed with the planet and things like this, so it makes me really happy that it actually says made with care for coral reefs, does not contain oxybenzone or octinoxate, which is really important because a lot of the things that are in our sunscreens are actually really affecting the ocean life and the coral reefs. So it's something I don't know if I touched on because I don't know if I made a video about this, but when I went to Hawaii last October, I made sure I got a coral reef safe sunscreen. They are a lot thicker, and they do that weird thing that once you're wet, your skin kind of turns like blue, corpsey looking, but honestly, I would rather look weird and know that I'm protecting the ocean life that I am trying to see and enjoy than hurt them just so I can be out in the blazing sun. So I really appreciate that about this product. So it shows you a diagram that you insert it and then you twist to close. There's some really like ingenious, cool things going on with this packaging that is just really, it's kind of like, you kind of feel like you're actually living in the future, because 2020 feels like I'm living in 1918 instead of 2020. So it's really cool to finally get packaging that makes me feel like I'm living in the future that I grew up thinking about. Oh, cool. Okay, so they also apparently sell refills of the skin so that you don't have to have multiple things of this wandering around your house. You actually can just buy the refill and plop it in. Another really conscious thing that I wish more skincare companies did. Oh, this looks so wild. You know, I'm sure a lot of people go like, this isn't like high-end looking. Honestly, I will sacrifice a moment of not high-end to protect the planet. I'm really okay with that. So this is the Fenty Skin Hydrovisor, like, moisturizer sunscreen here. And then I believe you just plop it. Okay, so we plop it there and you twist that. There we go. Ah, I love it so much. Okay, so you plop up, I guess, I'm sure, to put it out. So, one, okay, empty pump. Gotta prime it. Oh, 1, 2. Alright, so 2 good regular pumps is what I've put on my hand. Ooh, oh. Okay, so the scent has slightly changed. This scent smells like France. Oh, I don't know what the scent is, but like it is a little more on the florally edge, but like in a very delicious way. It smells a bit like a high-end perfume. It has watermelon seed extract in it. There is just so many. Again, I'm gonna have to put this down below to tell you what the scents could possibly be. Oh my god. I'm excited to smell like this. Oh, that is so summery and beautiful. That scent to me may not match with a lot of masculine folks. They may not particularly take to this scent. Okay, it kind of goes into like a candy smell though. So maybe they'll be cool with like the candy smell. But it definitely is not a, I think it is a little bit more of a youthful feminine scent, but it smells delicious. So, oh, it smells so good. Oh my god. Oh. It kind of smells like bubble yum gum. Oh my god. It smells so good. Holy crap. Okay. The moisturizer feels really light. So possibly a little light for those of us with dry skin that's like prone to peeling. But oh my god. I'm obsessed with the smell. But that's literally not the point of it's probably like the best selling sunscreeny product I've ever smelled. But, ooh, oh look at that glow. Oh hi. Ooh, it looks fresh. That's really lovely. I didn't know it was gonna give me a glow. Ooh. I'm just gonna take some photos outside and play with that glow. That's divine. Oh, I can't wait to put that under makeup. Especially in the summer when you wear like really sheer light things. Ooh, yes. Oh, I love it. Okay, so that is the first impressions. My first impressions are I'm very excited. The moisturizer smells so good. The fat water is tacky. I don't know if that, maybe that might also help the moisturizer grip on and stay and help keep the sunscreen to stay for a while. And then the cleanser feels a little on the squeaky clean side, which is not great for dry skin, but we will see how my skin feels about it after a week of use. So that is where I'm going to leave you for today, but I will check in with you in 2 days, and we'll see what I'm thinking then. Alright? See you then. Okay, I lied. I'm right back. So I had my husband smell my hands and then smell my face, and he's very intrigued by the scent that's on my hands. It smells a lot stronger on my hands. It has calmed down a lot. It's gone back to that like peaches and cream gentle scent, not what the moisturizer smelled like when I first applied it. And then I had him smell my face and he was like, wow, that scent really calms down, because I don't really smell anything on your face, but I definitely smell it on your hands. So it will be interesting. I'm definitely going to try and get him, as I said, to try it himself and see how he feels about it on his face and his skin, and see how he feels with the scent then. But I'm really obsessed with the smell of it. So I brought you in super close for a day 3 check-in, so you can actually see what's going on with my skin. It looks really clear for me. A lot of the stuff that I had before I started using the Fenty Skin has cleared up. My texture hasn't fully gone away yet, but that's okay. A lot of times you're not gonna get texture to clear up like overnight or something unless you're using an exfoliant, and I don't feel like any of the ingredients or anything in the Fenty Skin is truly an exfoliant. I'm talking a chemical or a physical exfoliant. The skincare I was using before the Fenty Skin has a physical exfoliant, and before that I often used glycolic acid, which is a chemical exfoliant, to kind of take care of my forehead stuff. But all in all, I wouldn't say this is bad skin. I wouldn't say that my skin is awful or has gotten worse. It's just I'm just comparing it to what I had been using before, because I feel like that's a fair comparison. If I only compared it to doing nothing for your skin, then every product is going to seem like a miracle worker. So I am still feeling pretty good. I've had some weird kind of like, this is like a bump that I get on occasion from heat. This is something else, so this got brought up. I don't know if it's a bug bite or a pimply thing, but sometimes when you're using new skincare, depending on the ingredients, it can kind of cause things that have been below the surface to come forward. In terms of overall skin quality, I feel like it's helped even my skin with its dryness. It doesn't feel as dry as it has felt in the past using just the Fenty Skin as my moisturizer. Usually I'm using my Belief or something a lot more geared for dry skin. So without using something specifically geared for dry skin, this feels really nice and hydrated. I feel like my skin feels plump. My skin is not as soft as the stuff I was using before this, but again, that has a physical exfoliator, so you're always going to feel softer when you have like that top layer of skin buffed off every few days. So it's not like not soft skin, it's just not as soft as I've become accustomed to. So that's, I don't really know how to rate that critique. It's just not as soft. I will definitely, even if I become a Fenty Skin convert, I will still be using my physical exfoliator every few days, because that really helps with the dry skin buildup on my forehead and the texture. But I'm really happy. I am definitely happier than that week I spent doing absolutely nothing for my skin. It feels really good, but yeah, I'm also having, I get like breakouts, or not breakouts, I get like clogged pores down here on my chin, and that has not been helped by the products, but again, something a physical or chemical exfoliator really helps with. Maybe that's a product that Rihanna has coming down the pipes. You know, this is obviously just the launch of a skincare brand, so I'm really hoping they get into, you know, specific skin types and exfoliators and all kinds of stuff. But I feel like it's done a great job of evening and brightening, and I feel glowy and cute. I just feel like so far these 3 products are not going to be the end all be all to my skincare regimen, but that's not a bad thing. Having a great cleanser is really important. Having a toner that you enjoy using that does benefits like glowing is really important, and having a moisturizer. So far I'm feeling that the moisturizer is really fantastic for the morning. It's not too heavy, especially in this heat, but I definitely am missing my nighttime moisturizer that helps my skin just like recover from the day. I don't need sunscreen to go to bed, so again, it's another product I hope she comes out with at a later point, which is a nighttime skincare mask. So yeah, day 3 check-in, feeling pretty good. So I made a mess of my makeup by crying from laughing at my own joke. So I'm gonna try the Fenty cleanser as a makeup remover and see how that goes. I kind of like this. Is that weird? I don't get if that's weird. Okay, this isn't the cutest face to show, but I think it's important that I'm actually able to open my eyes even though I rub the cleanser on my eyes and in my lashes. As someone with very sensitive eyes, it's amazing that I can use a cleanser on my eyes and they're not burning, they're not stinging, I can open them. Reminds me a lot of my other favorite cleanser, which was the Glam Glow Galactic Cleanse, but they discontinued that. So I'm hoping that the Fenty one can be a replacement for that. But I'm amazed that I can rub it all in my eyes and my eyes are not bloodshot. And it's really comfortable and I think it's doing a good job. This liner is just a bit stubborn, but that's pretty awesome. We'll see how it rinses off. Okay, I feel that I actually did a really great job. I love when I can just cleanse my face and take off my makeup at the same time. Maybe just a little bit of spots where like some eyeliner smudged. But really all in all, like, I feel like I can just pop on some toner, pop on some moisturizer and go to bed. And I love that. Alrighty, we have finally reached day 7, so I feel confident giving you guys an earnest, honest, in-depth first impression still. I mean, I believe with all skincare you really need 3 weeks before you see the maximum benefits if it is skincare that is supposed to have maximum benefits, if that makes sense. These are just really good staple products. So none of them are supposed to be revolutionary for your skin in terms of treating bad acne, treating fine lines, anything like that. They are just good workhorse skincare pieces. So I feel a week is a good enough interpretation to tell you whether or not it kept my skin clean, it kept my skin clear, my skin reacted well, my skin reacted badly, and whether or not I feel like I would repurchase these or make them part of my usual skincare process. So I have thoughts. After a week, I definitely think the Total Cleanser is a total cleanser. It is a fantastic cleanser. As I mentioned in the little clip where I used it to take off my makeup, it did an amazing job of making my skin feel fresh and washed and getting all my makeup off. It got off all of my mascara. It did leave a little bit of eyeliner residue behind, but I was also wearing 3 different liners, including one that's magnetic, and that one is really tough, so I do not blame that one for not getting every last piece off my lashes. For a high-end cleanser, you're getting a bunch for your buck. I've been using this twice a day for 7 days, and I don't feel like I've made a dent in this. You only need the tiniest little bit, probably even less than I used in my impressions. You need like the tiniest little squeeze of it, and it fully lathers. This is going to last you a really long time. So if 23 is the height of your budget, it is still a good investment cleanser. I did have my husband end up using this. He was really not feeling the toner or the moisturizer, but I did at least get him to try the cleanser. He agreed that the scent goes away really fast on your skin, so even if it's not a scent he usually gravitates to, he's more of a citrus guy. He still felt like it was a good cleanser. It left his skin feeling really nice, and the scent didn't linger, so then he didn't feel like he was wearing a scent he's not comfortable with or isn't to his taste. So that is the thing, that if you want to get this for you and your more masculine partner to share, this should be something you guys can share together. It does lean to me still a little bit more feminine than the gender neutral that Rihanna was talking about. I think the packaging is great. I still think there's so much room to expand her skincare line that one product's scent should not be a make or break for the whole line in terms of who can feel like they can approach this. Definitely, this is my new cleanser. If I could get the Galactic Cleanse from Glam Glow, I might lean more towards that, but since that product was discontinued, this will be my new cleanser going forward. Here we come to Fat Water. So what Fat Water promises, again, is instantly refines the look of pores, reduces the look of dark spots, evens skin tone, and fights shine without stripping skin. So I would not say that this is a toner for texture. I've talked about this pretty much at every check-in. I have textured bumpy skin. It's kind of like breakouts, but a lot of it is hormonal due to birth control, due to just my skin type, due to all kinds of different things. So I have really textured skin without having acne prone skin, and I need something more in the line of a glycolic acid. Now I could add a glycolic acid into the regimen like I've had in the past, but I was really hoping for not having a 12-step skin regimen. I really wanted something that could do a bunch of things. But again, These are the first 3 products in a brand new line. There is room for her to create a toner for textured skin, a toner for oily skin, a toner for dry skin. I feel like this is still a great toner for dry skin. I felt like it has done a lot to brighten my complexion. It hasn't affected my freckles to me much at all. I feel like it's actually made them stand out better in a good way, but other stuff has helped brighten my under eyes and give me a fresher, more confident feeling when I'm barefaced. So it has done that. Like, I feel like my skin looks nicer and feels brighter than it did for that week where I used absolutely no skincare. I still want my toner to do a few more things for me than this does, but I'm still happy to have it. But I may not repurchase it right away. I would kind of probably wait and see what's coming down the pipeline. We're not fat water with high heat. It's been in the 90s in some days in the Bay Area, and my house has definitely been in the 90s, and so I felt like this has gotten a lot more liquidy. It's not been as viscous as kind of it was promised, and I think again that's totally due up to the heat, but it's made it hard when I am squeezing it out. I get a lot more, way more than I need, to the point that my face just feels wet and my neck feels wet, and I hate the idea of wasting product, so I tried to like take it down onto like the décolletage area, but that's just a thing of like, do I need to keep this in the fridge? Is this just not going to do better for just warmer climates? Once you get over 90 degrees, things are just going to get liquidy, but that just makes me feel inclined to use a like intermediary so that I'm not just squishing it all over my hands and having it run down my arm. That was kind of the allure of the product, and this is just not the season to be testing this in. Or maybe it was. And last but kinda least, this moisturizer. I like it as a moisturizer for someone else. I love the smell. I love the smell so much. And I love the glow. But is that worth $30? $32? $34? No. So this moisturizer I think is a good new, like, smack dab in the middle of skincare needs moisturizers. I think this is perfect for people who have maybe combination skin, people who have normal skin, although I've never met someone who has normal skin. And this is probably really excellent for actually oily skin. So people who feel like their skin won't like a bunch of product on it, this is really lightweight. It hydrates without making you feel greasy, and it gives you that beautiful glow, and it has sunscreen. I'm just hoping that after this is successful, that Rihanna will create, either this will become the oily skin one or this will become the neutral one, and then there'll be one for oily skin and one for dry. I love the concept, I love the bottle, I love the smell, I love the glow, I love the sunscreen, I love that it's coral reef and ocean life safe. It's just not hydrating enough for me. It does work beautifully under makeup. It did not interfere. It helped my primers and everything grip. It is a great moisturizer for makeup. It's a great moisturizer in the morning if you are not a super dry skin person. Like, this will not help me come winter. This is great for when it is summer and I'm already a little sweaty and therefore less dry and less peely. It will not help me come December. This will not do it. In December, I'm almost wearing night cream all day long because my skin is so thirsty and so peeled. So this is going to be great for someone who isn't me. I'm still going to use this. This isn't going anywhere. It smells so good, and again, that glow and the sunscreen are unbeatable, so that definitely won't change, but it's just not going to be, as it is now, my replacement for my Belief moisturizer. I'm really hoping that because of the mechanism that, you know, nowhere on here does it say that this tube is for this moisturizer only. Not like this is labeled fat water. So I'm really hoping that she will come out with refills for other skin types that can just pop into here, and so I don't have to buy another holder, and then I can just get refills for my skin type going forward. That would be really exciting. That's what I'm really hoping to see from this. But this is still fantastic. Like, just the ingenuity in it, all of that is just amazing. So in terms of grades, I would absolutely give this an A. I would give this an A-, mostly just because I have different needs, but I don't feel like that's a reason to like dislike a product. If all you want is just skin brightening and pore shrinkage, then this is great for that. I just like more out of a product. I'm going to like, I just want more out of a part of my regimen. I give it a B+ only because the allure of it is that you don't need a cotton powder like that, but in the summertime it is just, it's just liquid. And for this I definitely give it also a B+. I don't feel like it is just super hydrating, and I think that everyone could use a good deal of hydrating, but super happy about the Coral Reef sunscreen, very happy with the glow. I'm obsessed with the smell. The smell alone gets an A+++++. But and just in terms of whether or not I feel like this is actually a moisturizer and not just a glowy sunscreen, that's why it's a B+. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this first impressions and in-depth review combo. This is what I really like to do with skincare. I feel like it's the only accurate way to really honestly give you guys my opinion. And yeah, so let me know what you guys have thought of Fenty and whether or not this has you on the edge about a product. Let's just discuss it down in the comments down below. Alright guys, I will see you next time. Bye!